Libra, what's going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it. We are in Gemini season. We're coming off of a full moon in Sagittarius this week. It's been intense. We've definitely been feeling the reverberations of the tension, not only from the full moon, but just some of the transits that are happening in the astrology. Pluto is in retrograde right now until mid-October, so it's highlighting change, like whether we like it or not, unfortunately, things that we need to do differently. And this is not all readily apparent on the surface. Some of this stuff, like, it keeps coming up, it keeps happening so that we personally can make different choices, right? Because the old isn't completely working in every situation, and so that's why we're seeing Pluto in retrograde. It's helping us kind of bring into focus those changes that need to be made. There's also a lot of stress and tension with Jupiter. Jupiter is our fortune, it's our abundance, and it's tensely aspected to both Saturn and Neptune. So struggling to listen to our intuition, doubting ourselves, fears around how things are going to manifest, not getting something that we want when we're putting energy in a specific direction, that kind of thing. We have to be really open and loose, so to speak, like open to the flow, right? Whatever's kind of coming our way, but making sure that we're working in the background, doing things to actually help move along whatever we're trying to move through, call in, get over in our life, close out, etc. But also like vetting whatever's coming in, because not everything is going to be the right fit. And that's why I really like to start our readings off with these energy cleansings. Just set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out any of those blocks, obstacles, limitations that we might be coming into. It's a really good time, Libra, to set your own intention as well, especially if you have something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like spirit to deliver messages to around. Definitely give that over, be open to receive. It's a really great way to personalize these collective readings. And I do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, etc. Or if you are just looking for more of a rebalancing of self, realignment of mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we are feeling grounded in a self, when we know who we are, what we want, what is working for us, and what isn't. That's really where we're able to manifest happiness, abundance, fulfillment from, right? That proverbial know thyself. Because when we're disconnected, it's easy to fall prey to people, places, and things, short-lived gratifications, that type of vibe. And I would love to help. I would love to help in whatever way possible. All the info to get into contact with me, Libra, is in the description box below. So definitely hit me up. I would love to support in whatever way possible. All right, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so that we may see and understand these messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Ooh, sorry. Thank you, Father God, spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama love, Mama love. All right, Libra. So I'm hearing that like you're kind of at a place where something took a long time to move through. Hard to get up and running is what I was seeing. Like whether this was some type of block that you had, like something just kind of throwing you off course, or it was really hard to kind of see, understand how things were working, how things were moving. But it feels like you've had a little bit of release around this thing. Like I feel like you're more hopeful. I feel like, yeah, 100%. I love this. Joy is your overarching energy this week. So really speaking about how either you've come through a cycle, you're putting something to close, putting something to rest, and you found your peace with it at the same time, or you're like headed in that direction and the clarity of almost being done or overcoming this proverbial mountain is there, right? Like you're getting that thumbs up. It feels a little bit lighter this week. And I don't necessarily feel like this was the easiest thing because like I was saying, what I was picking up in the beginning was it took you a minute. It took you a minute to kind of either get it or understand or whatever, you know, and maybe because you were in this place where things were working out for you. Things were actually like moving in your favor. Sometimes when we're getting a lot of good, we have a tendency to get a little apathetic and lazy. But I don't necessarily see that for you. I feel like that's been whatever kind of tripped you up. Like maybe, again, just not seeing something clearly, whether it was something you had to change within yourself or change around you in your environment. But I feel like you stuck to your guns. I feel like you've really kind of committed to whatever, seeing something through. And I feel like there's been good things as a result of it. I don't feel like this abundance was your peak goal, like you hit that, you know, pinnacle or whatever, because you're still growing and you're still evolving. And I'm seeing this also, Libra, as like releasing some stuff of the past. I think it's really important for you to be in alignment. I love that the womb is in your blocked energy. And usually blocked energy can be something that we're not really seeing or paying attention to. But this, to me, really talks about how whatever you're doing, you're preparing yourself for this rebirth, so to speak. I feel like this is more like spirit getting everything into order, into alignment, so that you can be ready to receive this. And there is a little bit more that has to happen, fall into place, as it always seems, right? It seems like we never just get to the goal, right? It's not a linear path is probably the best way to say it. But you're content, you're happy. And I think this is also partly where Spirit's asking you to find a little bit more centering and alignment within yourself, because that is what fuels this joy. We can always have people, situations that are trying to steal our joy. People are crazy, right? They do a lot of crazy ass shit. I mean, it surprises me to this day, like just what people will do, what they'll say, how they orchestrate, etc. And unfortunately, you can't control any of that. People are going to do what they're going to do. But where we find our happiness, our joy, our fulfillment is when we are balanced, grounded within self. When someone can be acting all crazy and doing whatever, and it doesn't destabilize you. You know, you can stay strong, grounded within self. It looks like someone's having a hard time moving forward. I mean, I do feel like movement is happening, but someone is kind of stuck in the past. It looks like they're still like in the thick of it, or maybe they're kind of living in the past, living in the trauma, living in what was before. It looks like you're trying to find a lot of different options in order to work with this person, energy, situation. It's also very difficult because it looks like whatever keeps happening is a lot of the same pattern cycling over and over and over again. I feel like they kind of want something from you because they're coming in as Ace of Wands and you have the Ten of Swords. So this is like someone who's like trying to start something again. But whatever was in the past does look like it was kind of messy. I don't know. I feel like you're not sold on whatever is being presented. I feel like you're trying to find other options, other ways, but I'm feeling a little bit of someone forcing you or trying to force their agenda on you. Yeah, this is a weird ass energy. It's like someone who really wants to get things up and running or to the next level or whatever, but at the same time is almost making it impossible to do so. To me, they look like they're very conflicted, like they don't really know how they feel. On one and they're super drawn to you. They're super like, there's something about this that they really want to see manifest. And on some level, they know it's going to be better all around if they make this choice, but then they end up like making the complete opposite choice. It's very interesting, right? And so, yeah, okay. And you're kind of just looking at this. It's the same thing over and over and over again. There might have been a lot of backstabbing, betrayal in this dynamic with that Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is literally being stabbed in the back, and it's wisdom gained after struggle. So after you've been through the ringer, it's like, okay, this is the reality of what this situation is. And whatever, I don't feel like this person's situation is really talking, confiding, saying anything, confessing anything to you per se, because how it's coming across in your energy is this constant destruction, constant chaos. And here's the thing, I feel like you've worked really hard to get out of this. Maybe this looks like it's a past energy. It could be a past person situation. It could also just be a theme, a patterning that you're trying to unlearn, that you are actively growing beyond. And this growth card also signals that there's still a little bit more to move through. And I think part of it is learning how to manage this chaos, because that's, again, what this energy is. It's very dualistic. Right now, while we're in Gemini season, number one, Jupiter just moved into Cancer, but that is the most tensely aspected, and it's tensely aspected, like I said, with like how we're learning our lessons, how we're integrating those lessons, whether or not we're listening to ourselves, our gut instincts. Mars energy is just trying to like get to the next thing without having to deal with the chaos. But Uranus is keeping us grounded. Like, hey, you have some shit that you gotta work out, unfortunately, before you move to the next phase. And I feel like this is just that value of being thorough, right? Like, yeah, sometimes we do get immediate closure and we can move on to the next thing. But sometimes we're dealing with these energies that can't really make up their mind. There's a lot of back and forth, in and out, up and down. And for whatever reason, Libra, you're being called to like rise above. We've been getting this message a lot in the collective, in the shorts that I upload on the daily. I feel like this was in our weekly as well. Even though there is a lot of toxicity flying around, and that's basically what this is showing. It looks like something gives way. Why is this stressing you? It looks like something gives way, and all you can do is wait. I don't know, but it is kind of stressing you out because this person's situation just has been in constant conflict. And it looks like they almost changed their tune. It looks like they changed their tune and they're trying to be a little bit more on board with whatever it is you guys have going on. This seems like this is someone who it's like you can't just like get rid of or walk away from, or they're not walking away. But again, this is also about you being able to maintain your autonomy in whatever partnership relationship this is for you. I think it's stressful because they changed their tune, and again, maybe it's something that you would have hoped for in the past, but now it makes you feel a little bit untethered that they're changing their tune, right? Like, because there's a lack of trust. There's a lack of trust. And, and again, like, honestly, I don't think this person's situation is the problem, or like, yes, in an ideal world, it would be great to like get them away and whatever, right? And have your peace and calm. But that's what this is all about, Libra. It's all about finding your peace and calm regardless of what is going on. And this does, like I said, it looks like it's not a fun situation, but I love this. Lavender, to confirm what I was just talking about. It symbolizes peace, tranquility, sleep, deep rest, especially for your nervous system, I feel like this is someone who tries to get away with a lot, you know. They might be pretty malicious and take opportunities that they can get. But I love this oscillate as well, because it reminds us that it's so important to just kind of, when we're in a lot of chaos, or when someone's trying to pull us into their toxicity, their drama, etc., it does us a world of good to take a step back and look at things with that bird's eye perspective. Again, you can't control people, and there is a lot of crazy in this world, unfortunately, right? And the name of the game is being able to find your balance for your own sanity through it all. And I feel like that is actually what is opening up the door to something really powerful. Remember that when the Tower plays out, it is destruction, but it's this value of once everything falls apart, you can then practically look at what you have to work with and how you're going to move forward. And it looks like you're getting that, right? I feel like, again, there's a little bit of, because this person feels either like they're playing a game or whatever, just trying to keep you interested, attached, sucked into their stuff. It looks like that makes you a little bit nervous, but time is your friend in this situation, Libra. So hold on, be strong. You got this. I know that's not an easy energy, but thank God this is just for the week. All right, Libra, thank you so much for your time, energy, always. I super appreciate you, all the love, all the support you bring to the channel. No, it blesses my heart. I hope you found messages that resonated here for you. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I love to hear, or just say, hey, share in a little love, a little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support that you bring my way. No, I'm sending it back to you.